How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here with a hands-on Nintendo Labo video that provides 10 tips for beginners. Shoutouts to my friends over at Nintendo of America for providing travel accommodations to the San Francisco event to get the footage that I'm about to show you in this review. I'll be explaining what Nintendo Labo is, I'll dive into hands-on footage of each of the Toy-Con creations within the kits, and provide 10 Nintendo Labo pro tips along the way. Now, some of you might be wondering, hey Abdallah, what exactly is Nintendo Labo? Well, it's a brand new way of interacting with your Nintendo Switch via sturdy cardboard, rubber bands, strings, grommets, pulleys, and of course, new game software. The goal in Nintendo Labo is to allow users to make, play, and discover. These three concepts really resonate within each of the Toy-Con kits. Users will first have to make the kits by popping out each of the cardboard pieces and assembling them together with the help of the on-screen instructions. Once the user has built the Toy-Con creation, they can have all sorts of fun playing with it. And while playing with their newly built creation, there are so many discoveries to find within the software. At the Nintendo Labo preview event, we were paired up into groups of 2 to assemble the Toy-Con RC car and the Toy-Con fishing pole. My partner Rachel and I had a fun time building all those creations together. If there was one piece to build on the instructions screen, one of us would be in charge of folding it while the other was in charge of guiding and advancing the instructions. It worked out very well with 2 people. With my experience building both the RC car and the fishing rod to completion, I'm going to give you guys the first of our Nintendo Labo pro tips. Tip number 1 is work cleanly. It's inevitable that you'll be punching out all sorts of little scrap pieces within all the sheets, so be sure to have a waste bin nearby to reduce all the clutter in your workspace. Tip number 2, don't go too fast. Resist the urge to punch out all the pieces in any given sheet of cardboard. I know it's tough, you want to punch them all out, but the on-screen instructions will highlight which pieces you'll need at what time. Tip number 3 is save that stencil. Now, once you're done popping out all the pieces, you'll have a hollowed out stencil. And although the Nintendo Labo cardboard is very sturdy, accidents can happen. You can easily use a stencil to recreate any of the pieces in the kit with additional pieces of obtained cardboard. Now let's go over each of the Toy-Con creations, starting with the RC car. From the first look at my creation, it looks nothing like a car, but that's the beauty of customization. The Toy-Con RC car resembles a little monster with 6 legs. What's fun and interesting about this creation is the fact that you can slide the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers into each side of the RC car and use the Nintendo Switch to vibrate them into motion. Pro tip number 4 is explore the inside of the controller. Simply by clicking on the bottom of the touchscreen of the Nintendo Switch, you can open up the Switch controller and explore the vibration and IR sensors. The vibration controls are shown on the Nintendo Switch screen, and you'll be able to adjust the power of the vibration by moving the sliders accordingly. Not only are you able to move left, right, and straight, but the built-in IR motion camera allows for the RC car to view any obstacles within its path. If you built some of the custom stop signs that came with the kit, you can use those to manipulate the car's path. The next Toy-Con creation we got to build was the fishing rod. This creation was a lot more in-depth than the RC car. Its suggested completion time was 90 to 120 minutes, but Rachel and I breezed through it like we were speedrunners or speed builders. Watch, that's definitely going to be a thing upon release. So not only do you have to build the extendable rod, which was made out of 3 main pieces called the Baby Bear, Mama Bear, and Papa Bear, really cute by the way, but you had to build and thread the reel and also build a base for the Nintendo Switch screen. I enjoyed putting the small piece into the fishing pole that made a cranking sound every time you twisted the reel. It made it sound realistic. Anyway, as far as the fishing gameplay goes, the demo allowed us to cast a line into the ocean to attempt to catch whatever fish that may bite. Labo tip number 5, go deep for the shark. The Nintendo reps told me that if you sink your line deep to the bottom floor of the ocean, there's a chance the shark will swim by your screen really quickly. That's the time to pull up and attempt to reel him in. Now, since we were on a time crunch, I didn't have the patience nor the time to attempt the shark, but we did hook a football fish. Now, the moment that you see the fish bite your hook, you're going to need to pull up on the line to trigger the catch. Labo tip number 6 is knowing the basics of fishing. When you got him on the hook, he'll be moving left and right to try to get away. That's when you can adjust your rod to pull in the opposite way to keep him on the line. If you notice that the line is flashing red and white, that means the line is about to break and the fish will get away. When the line flickers, be sure to lower your rod and loosen up the line a bit. With careful monitoring and patient reeling, you'll be able to catch any fish in the sea. Side note, Nintendo Labo also allows you to create your own fish design and potentially catch it in the sea. Pretty awesome. Let's start our engines and talk about my most anticipated creation, the Toy-Con motorbike. Now, if you're a fan of any of the Mario Kart games, you're gonna love this. The construction of the motorbike consists of two handlebars, a horn button on the bottom of the left handle, a twistable throttle startup button, and brake all built into the right handlebar. The tech demo allowed us to go into an arena to pop most of the balloons, and allowed us to race in some Grand Prix. Being a Mario Kart veteran, I wanted to dive into the finer logistics of the game, which leads me to the next Labo tip. Tip number 7, learn to power slide. If you want to get good at racing with the Toy-Con motorbike, you can perform a power slide by accelerating while pressing and holding the brake. As soon as you press and hold the brake, your bike will slide to the side, similar to Mario Kart, where you can notice your engine flames change color. Once they've changed color, release the brake to get a slight boost in speed. When we were playing the racing mode, the demo came with 3 difficulties in GPs, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, each with 3 different courses within. You can also adjust the speed of the motorbikes from 200cc, 400cc, and of course a super fast 600cc. Labo tip number 8 is use the horn. If you use the horn and the sound waves hit a CPU opponent, they'll get distracted and turn around to look at you, all while possibly driving off the course. Aside from learning draft boosts, power slides, wheelies, and horn techniques, the motorbike has a section for course creation. You can customize shapes, slopes, time of day, weather, dash item locations, and tons more. I can easily see the entire Nintendo community building recreations of classic Mario Kart levels. I'm telling you, this is totally a prototype for Mario Kart 9. Watch. Next up, we have the Toy-Con piano. This intricate piano uses the Joy-Con IR motion camera to capture any pressed keys within the piano and output the exact note that was played. This is going to be a fun way of customizing music in many different ways. Here's the next Labo tip, which is inserting knobs. You can insert one of a few different knobs to hear different tones such as cats, choir, grandpas, or even acoustic vibration. There are so many ways to discover sound manipulation in the Toy-Con piano. Pressing the top right button on the piano allows you to filter over the sounds coming out. The top left button allows you to play a recording that you previously made. There's also a lever on the left side that allows you to change the pitch of the sounds that you're making. With the release of the Toy-Con piano and built-in recording software, I can't wait to see what kind of music the community comes up with. Now, let's discuss the last of the Toy-Con 01 variety kit, the Toy-Con house. When I first saw this, I immediately thought of Tamagotchi. Remember those? Yeah, after building the house, you'll have a small creature that lives inside of it. You have the ability to manipulate the environment of the house by inserting various blocks, the crank, the button, and the key, into the left, right, and bottom spots of the house. The fun part about the house is discovering all the different combinations of blocks in order to see what you can do with the creature. Labo tip number 10 is inserting all 3 blocks. If you insert all 3 blocks into the house in a specific way, you can bring up the tutorial menu that shows the different combinations needed to play specific games, such as jump rope, ring toss, bowling, or even more. Now that we've discussed and shown hands-on gameplay of each of the Toy-Con 1 variety kit, let's explore the standalone Toy-Con 2 robot kit. Now this was quite the experience. Not only is this the most advanced to build, this one comes with its own kit and software. The robot kit allows you to wear a backpack with custom leg straps and arm handles that become customized to your body. I'm 6'1" and the backpack fit perfectly, while the arm and leg strings that pull in the backpack were definitely long enough to support the lengths with lots more slack. In this playable demo, we were able to become a giant robot to destroy the city that we were in. Using the arm handles, you were able to punch through all sorts of buildings and vehicles and cause massive damage to anything in sight. If you spread your arms to the side, you can start to fly in order to gain higher perspectives of the area. If you squat down or sit on your knees, you can become a car that is able to fire lasers and fly at will. If you're looking for a different viewpoint, definitely try the first-person mode. Simply lower down the visor that is in your headband and see through the eyes of the robot. While getting used to the view may take a little bit of time, it's definitely fun to imagine what it's like to really destroy all those buildings. Although the demo is pretty short, the extended Nintendo Labo robot trailer depicts all sorts of new moves, such as the charge punch, drill kick, special beam, and more. The full game missions look really fun too. On top of that, there are even more customization options with the introduction of the hanger, such as changing your robot's colors. If you have a buddy who also has a robot kit, you can duke it out in head-to-head battles. The last part of the Nintendo Labo preview event showed off a little bit more of the Toy-Con Garage, which is a part of the Toy-Con 1 variety software. With this mode, you're able to turn the Nintendo Switch screen into a program interface where you can visually code if-then statements and implement them into Nintendo Labo. For example, you can visually connect the inputs and outputs to create masterpieces such as a guitar, where if you click on the screen in this particular spot, then it will play a certain note. Seems pretty limitless with the amount of ideas that you can come up with. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Many tips in order to get you started with Nintendo Labo. What did you guys think? You guys excited for it? I hope you're as excited as I am when I was playing with those things. Man, the customization options are truly going to be limitless. All right, so if you guys want to get your hands on some Nintendo Labo, by all means, click on the links in the description below in order to pre-order your very own Toy-Con 1 and, of course, the Toy-Con 2 sets accordingly. You guys going to get one? You guys going to get them both? Let me know in the comments. That's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys learned something on this video. Stay tuned for even more Nintendo Labo content once this gets released in the near future. Of course, we've got some giveaways planned, so make sure that you guys are subscribed. Smash the like button on your way out, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.